So what if I told you there's actually one best way to eat? What's up, guys? Thank you for stopping by my channel. My name is Dr. Philippe. I'm a board-certified family medicine physician. I'm also a former personal trainer as well as a Division I basketball player. And whether it's for general health advice, tips, and opinions on wellness, nutrition, etc., you've come to the right place. Today I wanted to expound upon one of my past videos where I touched on the best dietary approaches for weight loss and really highlight the number one most important, best, highly touted diet there is out there. It has been popular for several years. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm talking about the Mediterranean diet. Eating this way has been shown to help reduce weight and improve heart health, as well as boost longevity. One of the other benefits of this lifestyle is that it's actually relatively easy to adopt. You don't have to make any major lifestyle changes for the most part. It's not really restrictive in the way that some other diets or approaches are from that standpoint. So that means this is a very approachable way of eating. You just have to have good planning and knowledge of what it entails. Because let's face it, you're not going to be healthy eating poorly. It's just not going to happen. So what is the Mediterranean diet? First of all, it's not technically a diet, although it's called a diet. It's really looked at as a lifestyle. And the goal isn't, like I mentioned before, to severely restrict specific foods or anything within that realm. What it is it sort of limits so named bad foods and promotes more healthy quality foods. And where did this diet really originate from? It actually was inspired by the traditional eating patterns of folks living in southern Italy and Greece, hence Mediterranean. And it's a diet that is rich in fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grain, heart-healthy fats, and fish. Now with those food categories, you can make a ton of recipes, a ton of different meal ideas that fall within the Mediterranean lifestyle and Mediterranean approach. It's very flexible, it's very adaptable, and it is easy to sort of incorporate into your daily living. And honestly, if you have been to the doctor or if you deal with diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, etc., chances are if you and your doctor spoke about different ways to eat, they may have mentioned the DASH diet, Mediterranean diet, and the ketogenic diet. Like I mentioned, this one is number one, the best. As a matter of fact, it's been ranked as the best. What more do you need to know? Honestly. As far as the pros or the health benefits of eating this particular way, what you're looking at is a reduction in cardiovascular disease risk, or basically increasing your heart health, weight loss, controlling diabetes, longevity. Honestly, due to the antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties of this eating style, it's even been shown to reduce risk of certain cancers. And practically speaking, in the modern day, there is definitely a groundswell or a push to combat the food industry, the amount of processed food that we consume, or the amount of artificially enhanced foods that we eat on a daily basis. So what better way to do that than switching to eating more whole foods, essentially limiting the amount of process that goes into the foods that you eat as best as you can. Despite the fact that the Mediterranean diet, it's considered safe and sustainable, it may not necessarily be for everyone. For some, it may be challenging to increase the amount of fatty fish or olive oil or healthy fats that you consume on a daily basis in your diet for multiple reasons. Basically, if you ever had your gallbladder taken out, talk to your healthcare provider about the fat content in your meals. But like I said, it may not necessarily be the best for everyone, but for the most part, we all can benefit from eating less processed foods and eating more whole fruits and vegetables and whole foods in general. So always consider your dietary restrictions when you are looking to change your diet, and always speak to your healthcare provider if you have any questions about what may be the best approach for you. As far as what to eat, as I mentioned before, you're looking at fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, whole grains, nuts, and seeds and legumes. Interestingly enough, this eating style does make room for some red wine, in moderation, of course. As far as what foods to avoid, you want to avoid refined sugars, processed foods, and excessive red meat. Minimize your intake of butter, margarine, reduction in the amount of dairy that you consume on a daily basis. But if you're choosing to include dairy, opt for Greek yogurt or low-fat dairy. Consume less processed foods, less added sugars, less refined grains, and limit your alcohol consumption. Moderation is key. If you have diabetes, consider eating this way. Because it's focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods, that will help with sugar control in the long run. High fiber foods help controlling the glycemic index. So this type of eating style is a potential game changer for folks with diabetes. But like I said before, consistency is key. You really want to have a strong foundation, and the Mediterranean diet is just that. It is perhaps the best and strongest foundation for you moving forward. So you're probably thinking or asking yourself, well, okay, great. The Mediterranean diet has a bunch of health benefits. Clearly, it should be the way that I'm eating. However, I don't even know where to begin. I got you covered. So number one, slowly start increasing the amount of fruits and vegetables in your diet. If you don't eat breakfast, that's okay. However, maybe you want to consider start adding smoothies in the morning. That is a fantastic way to incorporate healthy fruits into your diet. Juice smoothies, a lot of different smoothie beverages essentially can be a sneaky way to add in extra whole fruits and vegetables depending on the type of green smoothie or smoothie in general that you plan to consume. Another way to sneak in more vegetables, split your typical amount of rice, pasta, potatoes that you eat on a consistent basis, cut that in half. Replace that half with more whole vegetables. And over time, you gradually increasing your vegetable consumption on a daily basis. And then before you know it, you'll have created a diet that has a majority of whole fruits and vegetables and whole foods, etc. moving forward in your diet. Another thing, get high quality nuts and seeds and bring them with you at work so that you can snack throughout the day. I made another video on my channel discussing hydration, having a quality beverage with you, and some nuts is a great way to stave off your appetite throughout the day so you're not necessarily getting hangry at work because you haven't eaten in X amount of time. If you pair this with intermittent fasting, talk about a game changer, but you have to keep your calories in a good range. So yeah, short, quick video. There's not much that needs to be said that isn't already said. This is a fantastic way to go about eating. It is sustainable. It is a diet rich in antioxidants and with anti-inflammatory properties. It's ranked number 1. It's the gold standard. I don't really need to do much more convincing. You should be eating this way, period. Won't be overly restrictive. It provides you a lot of flexibility. You can eat meat, just limit red meat, but you can eat turkey and poultry, turkey and chicken, although you really want to lean more towards the fish compared to the chicken and the turkey, but you still can. And you'll see you'll see the health benefits as time moves on. Like I've said before, these changes take time. You need consistency. However, if we all could eat this way, we would all be one blue zone. So yeah, that's the Mediterranean diet in a nutshell. Thank you guys for stopping by on my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you find this diet approachable. What questions do you have? What other topics would you like me to cover on this channel? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.